go. There we go. Play some voice. That might be funny. That might be funny. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, but I really like, the type of shows that I like are the ones that are funny, the ones that are funny, right? Like, I like funny films and everything, but I also like the ones that are like, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I really like moral questions and everything. So that's my main thing. That's my main thing. I just really enjoy, space or the ocean. I'd say that both have things that can go wrong, right? Because we haven't explored, like, a ton of the ocean, but we also haven't explored, when you think about how much of the ocean it explored, right? It is nothing in comparison to how much of space we have explored. Like, I don't know how much of the ocean we've explored. I think it's only, like 1% or something. Compared to space, or how much we've explored about space, there is so much more that we haven't explored. And definitely things can go wrong in space. And things can go wrong in the ocean as well. Like, the thing is, though, right, we haven't found, in regards to space, right, we have not found, other organisms, like organisms in the sense of, like, a bug, or, like, a fish or something on other planets yet. So, even though I definitely do believe that those, exist, right, I definitely believe that, like, those types of things exist and everything. Like, because I definitely think that there are, like, at least microorganisms on other planets. I'm not sure about, like, the complexity of other organisms, but when you think about how big space is, and, like, and everything, it's definitely possible that there's, like, intelligent life on other planets. Thanks so much. Rating spells for the 20 tier 1s, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I have actually been watching that one. So, like, so there are things, right? Like, I know that people are, like, terrified of, like, anglerfish or something in the ocean. There are things probably on other planets that are 10 times more terrifying, and that can just instantly kill us at any moment. Like, it's incredible. Like, when you think about, like, how big space is, right? And, like, how old space is as well. Like, there's definitely some kind of life on other planets. And there could even be intelligent life on other planets. Like, you never know. You really never know. Another thing that I like, you really, there's really is no way to tell until we actually make, some sort of contact. Which we haven't done. There's been, like evidence in quotation marks, but, like, there's really hasn't been any, like, hard evidence of, like, oh yeah, we have physical proof, you know, we have communicated, you know. I don't even know how we would go about, like, I'm sure that there's some kind of way, but I have no idea how we would even go about, what is it? I have no idea how we would go about translating an alien language. Like, because there is nothing, right, when you think about how different that alien, like, planet would be, and how different our planet would be, like, having a language would be so hard to do. Like, it would be incredibly difficult, because it's just, like, there's no comparison, right? Like, we can have the emotion of, like, happy, right? Even the word happy. The alien, right? They may have no idea what the like, happiness even is. They might not even have the ability to, like, understand what that could be. So we have no way of describing what it is to them. So we have no way, like, the communication would be insanely difficult. Unless somehow, right, the aliens figure it out first, because they could be, like, a infinitely more advanced, what is it, like, community and everything. Like, we don't know. We don't know. Like, communicating, getting in contact with aliens is one thing, but being able to communicate with them is a whole other thing. Like, it is a whole other thing. Like, it's, oh my goodness, it is, like, it's such a different thing, because it's, like, it's incredible. But yeah, so I really, yeah, I really, like, I find it super fascinating. I find it super, hey, get out, out. There we go. Aw, man, got my water? Okay, we're good. But yeah, like, that's just something that I think about on occasion, because I find it really, really cool. I find it super, super cool. There we go. Also, guys, when you think about it, right? When you think about it, this is a thing to think about. What if, right, there is already another advanced, what if already there is another advanced civilization on Earth already that lives inside of the ocean? Think about it, because we haven't explored a lot of the ocean. It is definitely possible that there could be another civilization that we have no idea about that also lives on Earth. Like, that it's possible. It's definitely possible. Because when you think about how little of the ocean we've explored, and like the chances of that happening, definitely could happen. Definitely could happen. We could be sharing Earth with an entirely different like species and civilization. We have no idea. We would have no clue. Diamonds. We could just have no clue. It's crazy. There we go, there we go, there we go. Diamonds. More diamonds. Oh, it's an 8 vein. Oh, this is already going very well. We already got 20. We already got 20. Okay, what are we at? 11. Okay, cool. And more, of course. Also, I saw someone asked if I believe in destiny and or fate. And that's a complex question, right? That's a complex question. So, gamble. Okay. We'll gamble. I talk about this. So, I would say, right? I would say that there are definitely it's really just a coin flip. I have watched The Good Place. I love that show, but it's really just a coin flip, right? Like you can feel like it's like destiny and everything, but when you think about, if you go from a how time works perspective, right? If you look at it as from a how time works, right? I could do this, right? I flipped my phone over. Now, that just sent a ripple effect across time that didn't exist before if I hadn't flipped my phone over. Because now I don't have to flip my phone over, which then in turn causes like slight like fractures and everything. So technically, I just changed the future. Now, the question is, was I destined to flip over that phone? Was I destined? Was I supposed to, was it predetermined that I was supposed to flip over that phone? That's the question. That's the question. Right? Because when you think about it, chat, you have an effect on time 10 times more than you guys would ever think. I have seen Rival. It's so good. You guys have an effect on time way more than you would ever think. A small thing that you could do could affect the future tenfold. Right? Like let's say leaving a pen on the ground, right? Let's say you drop your pen accidentally. That could lead to someone slipping and falling on that pen. They land on something, they go to the hospital. Right? Now, before that, they were supposed to not go to the hospital, and they were supposed to go to a meeting. That meeting, in turn, saved the company from being bankrupt. That company would go on to actually create a different type of medicine that would actually be bad. By placing down... I saw the diamonds. By placing down that pen, you just saved lives. But the thing is that predetermined? That's the question. I see the diamonds, chat. I see the diamonds. You guys don't think I see the diamonds? Come on. Oh, not looking good for me. Ooh, maybe. But that's the question, right? Because by placing down that pen, you stopped in the future from an evil company from being created. But would that have happened anyway? That's the question. Sometimes, chat, what you do can have such an effect on the future that you just have no idea. All right, 23 and above. Pink gets it. Oh, wait, actually, no, not 23. Sorry. Wait, that's 31, right? Nope, blue gets it. Blue gets it. Sorry, blue gets it. Yeah, no, you can, so, everything that you do, every little thing that you do has a ripple effect. Think about it. Okay, let's talk. I just saw Mr. X in chat. Hello, we're doing well. But let's talk about Phil, right? Phil died in his 5-year hardcore. Without that, he would have never gotten or he would have, well, maybe not never, because he's still he might have not gotten as big as he did because he died. In turn, then, he wouldn't have become a content creator. Or he wouldn't have gotten, like, as big of, like, a fan base. And then, right? And then, I would have never DM'd him. He would have never responded. I would have never had my career. So, technically, because of that zombie, my YouTube career exists. Think about that. Because that's just how time works, alright? That's just how time works. Like, think about it. Because Phil died in that hardcore world, Phil was the reason why I kept going on YouTube and why I pursued it. So because of that, that is why I am streaming right now. Like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So just chat, remember, you do have control of your own destiny. Like, everything is real, and everything is, like, exactly the way, like, everything happens, and it happens, alright? You have an effect on the world. Never think that, like, you are insignificant or you don't have an effect on the world. Because you definitely do. That's the main thing that I want you guys to take from this. Right? You have an effect on the world. No matter if you think that it may not be visible to you, right? It may not be visible to you for years. You may never know. Right? Like, I'm sure that Phil didn't know when he died what it would lead to. Right? But you have an effect on the world. No matter how, like, if you ever think that you're insignificant, just remember, just flip your phone over. You never know. You know? Like, do something small. Do something small every single day and see if it changes anything in your day. And then realize how much you actually do, like, affect this world. You know? So that's just something to think about. That's when you're talking about, like, fate and destiny and all that, like, just think about that. There we go. Okay, where's my mining cave? Well, you know what? I guess it really doesn't matter where it is. Okay. But yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion on it. Time travel movies? Oh, time travel in movies is sick. I really like it. I find it super cool. Oh my gosh, like, what was it? I forgot what it was called, but it was like Arrival or something. Right? Like, oh my gosh, this is fun. Cool. Cat. Okay, whatever. I think it was called, like, I know, or what was it called? No, Interstellar. That explored the theory of, like, relativity and everything. Hello? And so, chat, basically, what Interstellar was about, right, is there's a theory, right, when you go away from Earth, you will age at a much slower rate based on your distance to the sun, right? Based on your distance to the sun, time will technically move faster on Earth than time moves for you. So, like, a second for you could be a minute on Earth when you're really far away from the sun. So, but the thing is, though, right? People will be like, oh, then we can just move away, right? Live for a lot longer, right? But the thing is, on the way back, you will start aging at a much faster rate. On the way back, you will start aging at a much faster rate, so then technically you'll catch up to the Earth. So, unless we invent teleportation, if technically, right, we invent teleportation, like instant teleportation, we could technically achieve not immortality, but a stasis of life. In the sense that we can have someone, right? We can have someone go really far away for like 5 minutes, right? For 5 minutes, go back, and then see human civilization advance 1,000 years. We can technically do that. If we invent some sort of instant teleportation, that technically can happen. That can scientifically happen. Like, we can literally have someone, like, technically, right, like, let's say, oh, more diamonds, thanks. Let's say, right, like, there's a disease or something that has not been cured yet. We could have that person go away for, like, 5 minutes to another planet, come back, human civilization advances 100 years, that disease is cured, and they can live. That's what it would do. That's what it would. That's how it would work. Like it's the theory. I think it's called the theory of relativity. Like the relative distance to the sun and everything. It is so cool. It is so insanely cool. Like guys, science is awesome. Science is very cool. Like, oh man, and chat. Right? If the oh my gosh, more diamonds. Wow, I'm just so good at this game. So if here, I have not. But okay, chat. Let's think. So, oh, more diamonds. Cool. Let's see. So, if the infinite universe theory, like the multiverse theory, that there exists other universes in which there are just slight differences between each universe exists, right? And those are infinite. There is a universe where I am completely blind, but I have accurately read and predicted every single thing that I have ever seen. That universe technically exists if there are infinite universes. If there are infinite parallel universes, that technically exists. Because you think it's a really low chance, right? There is a super low chance of that happening, right? There is a super low chance of someone being able to accurately predict everything that they could see every single time. But when it comes to infinity, anything that has a low % chance of happening, if there are infinite multiverses, then it has happened in at least one. Oh, actually, no. It has happened in infinitely many. It has happened in infinitely many. Because think about it, right? Like, a 0.00000000001% chance has happened infinitely many times in infinitely many universes. Because that's how infinite universes exist. Like, that's how they work. Like, that's how infinity works, right? That's just how infinity is something that is a very, it seems very basic at first, right? Like, the concept of infinity seems very basic at first, but you can go so far down the rabbit hole of infinity. Like, it is a minuscule chance can happen infinitely many times, because infinite means no end. There is no end to... There's no end to it. Like, it's incredible. Yeah, exactly. Like, infinity is a concept that seems basic at first, but then when you start thinking about it more and more, it becomes just inherently more complicated. Because something can happen infinitely many times if it has like a 0.001% chance of happening. That's just how it works. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible. Oh, it's so cool. I really like those kinds of concepts. I find them very awesome. Piece of local gold. Okay. Oh, I just find those super cool. Like, that's just how infinity works. Like, when you think about like pi and everything, right? Like pi is like, it's infinite numbers, right? So everything, right? Because like pi, right, is infinite. If you were to put it through a number translator, right, where a equals 1, b equals 2, you could have every single book in the universe, every single thing that you have ever said in order, every single person's life story, 10 times in a row, because pi is infinite. Because pi is technically infinite and random. That's how it works. You could have every single book right next to everything that you as a person have ever said, right next to the Declaration of Independence, 13 times in a row, with an A in between, and then 13 times in a row again. That exists in pi. Because pi is infinite, it exists in there. Technically, I think that's how it works. That is how infinity works. Like, infinity is a very interesting concept. Like, I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. Thanks so much, Calico.